I'm Jim Lawrence. Welcome to Jym Life. Today, I want to review form cues for everybody's favorite lift to start off the week. That's right, we're talking about bench press. The bench press is the best exercise for upper body strength development. It primarily involves the pectorals, triceps, and shoulders, but your entire body is taught when you perform the movement correctly. It's possible to achieve a degree of leg drive to the motion as well. Bench pressing should be a core component of any strength building program. The bench press is my most competitive lift for my age and weight. For 7 years, I've consistently hit at least 400 pounds for a 1-rep max at between 230 to 250 pounds body weight. My most recent max attempt of 435 pounds in January resulted in a missed rep, but I did hit 420 pounds just beforehand. Following these form cues, I've never been injured doing the bench press through 15 years of heavy benching, and I hope to continue this streak. If you bench press, you should do it either in a power rack or on a specialized bench station with a trusted spotter. I can't think of many other lifts that put you in such a compromised position if you were to fail during a heavy lift. Best case scenario, you get trapped under a loaded bar and are somehow able to roll it off of you, or you didn't clip the weights and you dump the weight dramatically to the floor, pissing off everyone in the gym. Worst case, the bar landed on your face and you are dead. Here are some cues to help you remember to maintain proper form and stay safe with bench pressing. Sit down on the bench, feet squat width apart. This will give you a stable base to push from. Keep your feet flat on the ground for added stability. I position my feet as far back toward my body as I can without lifting my heel up from the ground. I make sure my feet aren't going to move at any point during the lift. In short, proper foot positioning will help to ensure you create a stable base from which to bench press. Lay back and make sure your eyes are directly under the bar. This is an ideal position from which to unrack the weight. Have a spotter hand it off to you. On the count of 3 or whatever, make sure you're both on the same page if you want or need to conserve strength. Drop your shoulder blades back and down, squeezing them tightly together. Your scapulas, the shoulder blade bones, should be flattened together, creating a stable skeletal platform from which to better push the weight. This should also put a natural arch into your lower back. Someone should be able to pass their flattened hand beneath your lower back without touching you, but not their whole arm or head. There's no need to overarch. That puts weird pressure on the disc of your spine and can be dangerous when overloading your bench. It's also cheating, putting your chest and belly within a few inches from the bar. Get stronger by using a full range of motion. If you're able to arch and contort like a performer in Cirque du Soleil, be honest and admit that you're really just doing a partial rep. Grip the bar tightly with your pinkies on or just inside the neural marks if you're using a power bar. If your bar has Olympic neural marks only, like the one I'm using here, you'll want to position your hand 1 or 2 inches to the inside of these marks. Otherwise, you'll be too wide, unless you happen to be an abnormally large human being. The bar should rest at the bottom of your palm, right on your thumbs. Don't let your wrist bend too far back or it will hurt. Don't take a thumbless grip, it's not as safe. The proper grip is usually referred to as a bulldog grip, due to the resemblance to the way a bulldog's paws bend slightly inward. The name itself is a good reminder of how to position your hands on the bar. Plus, if any dog could be the benching champ, it would probably be the bulldog. Before unracking the weight, make sure to get your body tight, focusing on squeezing your back and core. Take a deep breath to your belly and hold it. The deep held breath will help you to stay tight through the lift and increase your blood pressure temporarily, in a good way. Unrack the bar. Position the bar directly over your shoulders. Lower the bar in a brisk but controlled manner to your mid to lower chest. Many people aim for the nipples. If you hit the top of your abs, you're going too far down. Keep your elbows at an angle about halfway between completely flared and in line with your shoulders, and as tight as they can be to your torso. This is the sweet spot and won't impinge your shoulders. Your wrist and forearm should be vertically aligned with your elbow for maximum power, with the elbow at around a 90-degree angle. Don't bounce the bar off of your chest. Make sure to touch your chest with the bar in a controlled manner. Once the bar has touched your chest, powerfully push it away from you and slightly back, locking your elbows at the top of the movement. This will return you to the starting position with the bar directly over your shoulders. The ideal bar path will be slightly angled from your chest toward your shoulders and face throughout the motion, up and down. Repeat the movement, taking a breath between each rep to your belly and holding it, or performing multiple reps on one deep breath as you get more experienced. Again, this will help you to stay tight. Some people like to wear a lifting belt for heavy sets on the bench because it serves as a reminder to tighten the core, and they feel that it provides some added support. I've used a belt before, but I'm not convinced that it helped me add any weight. Good form and programming will do more for you on bench compared to a belt, in my opinion. After you've completed your rep or reps, and it's time to rack, make sure to do so carefully and under control. If the bench you're working out of has a shorter rack that you could overshoot, be particularly cautious and use a spotter, even if you think you can handle the weight. If you're working out of a power rack, you can bench without a spotter as long as you set the horizontal guards at a point just below your chest. If you fail, you want to ensure you'll be able to scoot yourself up and be able to sit up while the bar comes to rest on the safety guards. Once you start adding heavier weight, you should get a trusted spotter to help ensure that you're safe under the heavier load. They can help you unrack and rack the weight safely. To recap, sit down on the bench, feet in your squat positioning. As you lie back, align your eyes under the bar, touch your shoulder blades together and down, creating a more solid platform of bone and muscle. Grip the bar tightly, just inside the power bar knurl marks with a bulldog grip, focusing mostly on positioning the bar deep within your palm, tight to your thumb. Keep your wrist straight or barely bent back for optimal power and safety. Get your body tight. Take a deep breath, fill your belly with air. Unrack the weight, lower it in a controlled manner to your mid to lower chest, wrists vertically aligned with your elbows, arms bent around 90 degrees. Forcefully push the weight away from you to the starting position over your shoulders, locking out your elbows and breathing out. If you have more reps to perform, make sure you get tight again and take a quick breath to your belly between each rep, or hold your breath over multiple reps to help keep tight. When you're finished, carefully rack the weight, being mindful of the rack position and height. If you follow these cues consistently, you should be prepared to safely progress in the bench press regardless of what program you choose to follow. I hope these tips help you gain some strength on your bench press. Train smart, train safe, and be kind to one another.